So do I have this video to use on the internet for educational purposes?
Yes.
Thank you. So start off by telling me a little bit about your journey.
Well, I had problems as a teenager, even in my journey, and even before that, I understand. But what I remember is I could never do cartwheels like the other kids could. There were a lot of things I couldn't do. Even when I was in my 20s, we had a slight car accident, not bad, but we got hit broadside, so I thought that's where a lot of my back pain came. And shortly after that, I began to see chiropractors, but I'm not sure again that it was related just to the car accident, because I had, as I got older, more and more pain. Never lived without pain that I can recall. So at age 69, I was so grateful to meet Dr. Abbasi and start down the journey of getting well.
Sure. Okay, thank you. And so what types of ways was your life impacted negatively by your pain? Was there anything that you weren't able to do?
I could probably have done a lot more, and I started to not be able to walk in the woods because, my back would bother me. I never had any kind of active life. It was mostly raising a family, cooking. I did catering. I did do a lot of standing until I had a bank job where I didn't have to stand so much. But just didn't know anything different than a painful back.
Sure. Okay. How did you find out about Dr. Abbasi?
I found out about Dr. Abbasi one night when it was the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep from back pain. So I watched a video on TV, a half-hour program about him and his clinic. And when I realized that I could have surgery, possibly being somewhat overweight and not having my diabetic numbers in order, that maybe I could see a surgeon. And when I met Dr. Abbasi, and he told me that they would not have to go through my stomach or through my back and make incisions. And I liked the sound of his surgery style.
Yep. Had you been turned away by any other surgeons?
Yes, by a surgeon at the Mayo Clinic.
Okay, so you drove all the way down to Mayo then?
Well, they have a branch in Eau Claire and then in Rice Lake. So I went to Eau Claire to talk to him.
Okay, sure. And so you were turned away, and then you found Dr. Abbasi about how long after, do you think?
It was about 6 months after that.
Okay.
I feel like I was rejected. That's how the office visit went.
Yeah, that's a really bad feeling.
It was.
We hear about it, I would say 1 in 4 of our patients almost tell me that same thing, and that just kind of makes my stomach hurt because I'm really close with my family. So I don't have back pain now, but my grandma has a lot of pain, and if I was visiting with her doctor and they turned her away, oh my gosh, I'm tearing up thinking about it.
Yeah. He wasn't real nice about it either.
Oh, that makes it even hurt worse because you're already in pain and you're not there for a fun day. Yeah.
You already know you're fat and you have diabetes and life is hard. To be told that would be, the downside, I just thought, well, okay, then I guess I'll have to live with this.
And you shouldn't need to.
No, I'm so glad.
Especially in 2023, there's no reason.
No, and our daughter is a registered nurse, so she called this office and asked a lot of questions, and everyone was able to answer the questions she had. She said, "Mom, I think you should try this doctor."
Yeah, I'm really proud of our staff that we have here.
Yeah, they were great.
And so, 6 months later, you found Dr. Abbasi. You got on our books for an appointment, and where did your journey go from there? After seeing Dr. Abbasi, how did that first appointment go?
Actually, it went very well. He encouraged me. he said there would be no reason that they could not operate on me, and we just proceeded with everything I had to do to get my life in order for surgery. Yeah.
And you had your surgery how long ago?
It was March 31st of 2021.
2022.
No, I'm sorry, of 2022.
Over a year.
Do you remember how you felt when you woke up from your surgery?
I don't have much memory of it. I know I wasn't in pain, but I knew it was because they had given me something for the pain. I should have felt something painful, but I didn't.
And then recovery, how did that look for you?
I went to a facility in Rice Lake, a rehab facility for 2 months, and that went very well. I did have 2 months of pretty intense pain in the healing process, but I was given the proper prescription drugs to help with that. And so it just was a journey that went from 0 to whatever this is, 100.
Awesome.
It probably was less than before you left there, you didn't have any pain.
Right, before I left their facility, I had no pain at all.
Yeah, it was almost
Good.
overnight.
Yeah.
And so that was maybe, it's August, so I would say that was a little bit over 1 year ago then,
Yes.
that you left.
Yes.
Okay, and since you left, how has your pain been, or how has your life improved?
My pain is 0. I have had no back pain. If I stand for a long period of time in my kitchen, I like to bake and cook. That's kind of what I do for exercise and garden. I go outside now this summer. But still, I know when to sit down and take a load off, so to speak.
Good.
And I'm fine.
So is there anything else that you want to add about your story, or maybe some people might be watching this a little bit anxious about their procedure upcoming? Anything you want to tell them?
Well, I would just say give it a shot, because I'm 71. I was running out of options, I felt, and now I could go for another 20 years, I hope.
You will. Thank you.